Hello everyone, today I just wanted to go on a hike, that's it. I just woke up and I just thought, I just want to go on a hike. So that's what I'm doing. And it's been, what, 10, 11, 12 weeks or something, who's counting, since lockdown began. And right now, I'm a 30-minute drive from my home. And in that 12 weeks, 3 months, this is the furthest from my home I've been, which is quite unlike me really. But yeah, it feels good just to be out of Carlisle, out in the hills, and just being able to do something, do anything really. Since lockdown began, you know, it's great being out on a hike, but it's not just that. It's not just it's great to be out on a hike, it's great to be able to do anything. Because since lockdown began, obviously we've been very restricted with what we can do. Very restricted with bars and restaurants not being open and everything. You know, pretty much spent the entire time in my flat by myself. So just to get out in the hills again it's just brilliant. I mean, I just love it here, like, just love the peace and quiet. I mean, if I stop, if I can catch my breath, ignore me panting and just listen. And all you can hear is the birds, can hear a bee buzzing, the odd sheep baaing now and again, but that's it. And yeah, I really appreciate living here. I really appreciate just being able to drive just 30 minutes and getting somewhere like this. Whereas obviously, if I still lived in London, I wouldn't have this luxury. I wouldn't have the luxury of being able to get out here on a hike. Now, since they kind of relaxed the lockdown rules a little, so that we can spend as much time as we want outdoors and things, I have actually been quite reluctant to, you know, get back out to the Lake District and things, as much as I would love to. I was just worried, you know, the Lake District actually said they still don't want visitors, and I was worried about crowds suddenly flocking to all these places. And you know, you got to think, if you go on a big hike, you could fall, twist your ankle, you could need rescued, and then you put in a strain on services and things. So I've been reluctant to, you know, really get out and stuff again. Certainly on big hikes in like the heart of the Lake District. And the good thing is, living in Carlisle, there's actually, in the very northern part of the Lake District, the very northern fells, they're only a 30-minute drive from me. So quicker and easier for me to get to, and they're not as popular, they're not as busy. And I love that. I love that you can come to these places and not see anyone. And yeah, the fells are a bit smaller and a bit easier to climb. So for me, I'm quite happy to explore places like this. So today, hiking up High Pike, and I've came here before. I know what it's like. It's a footpath all the way up to the top, a nice wide easygoing footpath, and it's a relatively small fell, not too difficult to get up, and it just allows me to get back out again. So I'm happy doing this. I'm not going to do something crazy like Helvellyn and Striding Edge or anything like that. I don't want to take any unnecessary risks. And yeah, like I say, it's just so good to be out again. really is good to be out. I've taken a little break just so that I can film this without getting out of breath, really. But I do have all my equipment with me. I've got my camera, my filters and everything. But to be honest, I don't expect to take any photos at all out here, because as nice as it is, and I love that you can see across the Solway Firth, the whole of the Solway you can see, which I really like. You can see Skiddaw. You know, it's really beautiful. But because it is so open here, it's difficult to get like foreground interest in your photo. It's a really difficult place to actually get a good photo from. Apologies for that. Yeah, as nice as it is to actually be out here and walk and to, taking the views myself, it's not the most photogenic place, so I don't expect to take any photos. I do have my stuff with me just in case, but that doesn't take away from the day at all. And I was watching a video on YouTube recently by another landscape photographer. I think it was in fact Chris Sale, and in his video he was saying that if he goes out and at the end of the day he comes away without taking a good photo, if his photos don't match his expectations, if he's disappointed in his photos, then at the end of the day he's sad and he doesn't enjoy the day. And he said he doesn't believe anyone who says otherwise. He doesn't believe anyone who says they can go out with the camera, not end up with great photos and still be happy. He said he doesn't believe that. Now, if that's the truth, I feel bad for him, because, he obviously, lots of other photographers, they obviously enjoy the outdoors, they enjoy hiking, obviously have a passion for the hills and stuff. So surely you have to appreciate just being out and enjoying this and enjoying just actually being on a hike. Now, photography, landscape photography, you're very reliant on the conditions, and 9 times out of 10 you're not going to get ideal conditions. So if you're pinning your happiness, and if your happiness is determined on getting the ideal conditions and a beautiful photo and a portfolio worthy photo, then 9 times out of 10 you're going to be disappointed, and 9 times out of 10 you're going to be unhappy and frustrated, because even when you check the weather forecast and you see conditions look ideal, tomorrow morning there's going to be mist and it just looks perfect conditions for a nice photo, a lot of times you go out there and despite what the weather forecast said, it ends up not being as nice as what you imagined. And you just can't rely on the conditions and having a high expectation of getting great photos. That can't determine your happiness, because, like I say, it's just going to lead to more frustration than anything else. And if I come away from today without even taking a photo, which is what I expect, am I going to come away from here today and say, well, that was a waste of time, I'm fed up, what a bad day that was? Absolutely not. Because take a look around, listen. I love the outdoors, I love being out here, I love hiking, I love the peace and quiet. I love kind of time to myself to just appreciate all of this. And how could you not? It's a bit of chicken that my neighbour gave me. She's in her 80s and she's such a good neighbour. She told me she was cooking a chicken, but she doesn't like the legs, so she asked me if I wanted the legs. So I said, yeah, of course. It was my birthday recently. She gave me a card on my birthday and made some gin for me, some homemade gin that she made herself. When I told her a few weeks ago that I wanted a couple of plants for my flat, and I was debating where to get the plants from and what plants to get, she went out and bought me a couple of plants. She's the nicest neighbour I've ever had. Anyway, what could be better? Anyway, I'm going to finish this chicken, enjoy the views, then I'm going to hike back down, go to my car and drive home. But what a great day I've had. Best day I've had in, some time now with everything that's going on. It's been such a great day. And, to any other photographers who are watching this, please don't let the quality of your photos dictate your happiness, because that's just going to lead to a lot of frustration. Even the best photographers in the world, at least 90% of the photos they take are rubbish photos. They would all tell you them. I've seen countless interviews with some of the most well-known professional photographers, and especially with landscape photography, like I say, you're very reliant on the conditions, which 9 times out of 10 aren't as nice as you would want them to be. So just appreciate the fact that you're outdoors, you're hiking, you're surrounded by beautiful views, you're actually doing the thing that you love. What can be better than that? Anyway, enough rambling. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye. It's really good.